This podcast is a part of the PodMania Podcasting Network. Check out podmania.co.uk to check out more of our great podcasts, features, reviews, match ratings and previews spanning the crazy and diverse world of professional wrestling.
You're listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast, a sample of the best pro wrestling podcasts we can produce on our tiny budget. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, CastBox, and all other podcast platforms. If it's wrestling you want, check out more of our great content at podmania.co.uk. Let's do this.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the PodMania Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Goodwin, and I'm joined, as ever, by Garth Jackson and Chris O'Brien. Garth Jackson, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Just anticipating what fabulous matches the wheel is going to throw at us this week. After a hard day at graft.
Always in the back of your mind, isn't it?
Just been sitting on my arse in front of a computer all day as usual.
That is a hard day's work, hard on the eyes.
Hard on the patient, sometimes.
I honestly don't know what you do, Garth. Like, what is your job?
No, we'll be here all night. We'll be here all night.
I am an enforcer for the local council.
Enforcer? That's amazing. Are you actually?
So you're a bailiff?
Yeah. Are you a bailiff?
No, not that far, but close.
He's a fucking bailiff.
You're the guy
Basically, if little Martha can't pay her bills, I'm coming.
Garth's there throwing her out the door.
No, it's not that bad, but yeah, some people do really piss us off.
I cannot believe that I've known you for 3 years now, man. Over 3 years. And I still have just worked out that you are a bailiff. That's unreal.
I'm not a bailiff. Bailiffs are ineffectual nowadays. There's no point.
Can I come in, ma'am? No, there's already 6 people in my house.
Chris, how's your day been?
Don't worry, you're just as sane as I am.
What?
I'm quoting Luna Lovegood because there's not very many good things in my life to talk about right now. Luna Lovegood, of course, from Harry Potter.
I was just going to say, you could have kept it light, mate. Not going to lie.
I could have. I'll be happy if Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe comes up on the wheel.
Oh, my fucking Christ.
Just look at it this way. As soon as you get to watch it...
the sooner you're going to put some other bollocks on this wheel, Chris.
I have good stuff lined up, I'll have you know.
Give me one match you've got lined up to replace Necro Butcher, and we will tell you whether it is good or not.
Stan Hansen versus Kenta Kobashi.
Yeah, you win. So, this, of course, we're recording this early because Rob's basically got better things to do on our usual recording day. So, this is a day, of course, and I feel like we should just perhaps talk about this a little bit. Today is the day where New Japan eradicated their title history in order to create what is basically a keyring on a leather strap.
Here's the thing. This has proven to me that New Japan fans are fucking idiots. Now hear me out. Because their problem is the fact that the IC belt is going away, despite the fact it's been gone functionally for the past year. They have more of a problem with that than they do with the title's lineage being taken away. And the title's lineage being taken away is an unbelievable misunderstanding of what makes a title special. Like, because at the end of the day, this is functionally a new title. Kota Ibushi is the first IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and it's bad. It's a bad decision. Like, imagine if an actual sports league did that. Imagine if tomorrow the UFC just said the previous world title lineage doesn't matter, and there'd be uproar. Because what's the fucking point at that point? What makes it special is what's been built over years. And yes, there's been like blemishes, Bob Sapp, evil, but so what? That happens. Like, even and it's cheap. And people are still going, well, at least it doesn't look like WWE titles. It's like, that's not the bad thing. You fucking idiot. And I also know they're stupid because on my Ring of Honor video, they keep asking about whether I'll make New Japan content, and I've already said I won't. Fuck off.
I will just say, just before I throw to Garth and ask him what he thinks about the belt, because I know he's seen it. I will just say, yes, I completely understand that it's a throwback to the sort of castle belt that sort of people like Shinsuke Nakamura wore and things like that. It doesn't stop it being an ugly design. I'll be perfectly honest. That's absolutely fine if you want to throw heritage. And I've read a thing on Twitter where they've talked about the different symbolism behind the different parts. And the symbolism's fine. The symbolism's fine. It's still
it doesn't mean
ugly
anything
design.
The symbolism means nothing if you're throwing away the lineage anyway.
Exactly, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm more bothered about. I am bothered about the fact that it looks shit. I am bothered about the fact that it looks like Jeff Hardy's Immortal belt. I am bothered about the fact that it looks like the fucking Decepticon logo. I am bothered by the fact that it's just a terrible belt design. But I am more bothered by the fact that I went on to Cage Match today and it has one champion. Kota Ibushi. And that, when you think about the lineage, that amazing intro video before any IWGP heavyweight title defense that listed all of the champions, and you go through Riki Choshu, you go through Shinya Hashimoto, you go through Bob Sapp, and then you get you get to Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, you get to those people, and you think, fucking hell, this is second probably only to, the WWE Championship in terms of lineage and the Triple Crown, of course.
You know what I love?
It's nothing now.
You know what I love? Both times, because both when this was announced and then when the belt was revealed, Noah people, people who work at Noah, their English commentators and Noah itself, put up the video of the GHC titles lineage, asking people who their favorite GHC champion is. There's no way that's an accident. There's no way that's
trolls. Absolute trolls.
There's no way that's like an accidental scheduled post.
Garth, before we kick into our wheel of disappointment, you've seen the title design now. You've seen what can all be described as the abomination that they've decided on. What is your opinion on it? And are you one of the 8 people in the world who prefers it to the actual, or the original design? I should say original design. It's not the original design. The previous design is what I meant.
No, it looks shite. Like you said, it's like Jeff Hardy's fucking TNA belt, which was just utter dog shit. But like Chris says, it's more about the fact that it's basically wiping off decades of lineage.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, how can you do that? Surely, if you're doing that, you create a new belt. You don't destroy the history of another.
There's literally no reason to do this. It's so, and I saw
it's like they're purposely trying to troll, or they're trying to reset to. I don't know. Is there some fell new fans that don't want to have to worry about lineage?
But that's the thing. When I got into New Japan, and everyone I know who got into New Japan is fascinated by the lineage. Like when I first got into New Japan, all these like mythical names I'd never heard before, like Riki Choshu and Shinya Hashimoto, because like their success didn't really translate over here. Of course, you'd heard of like Muta and Chono and stuff, but you hadn't heard of Hashimoto. You hadn't heard of these people, and you were like, I was excited to go back and find out how it all fit together. Of course, like you go back and find out half of it was Inoki getting himself over, but like that was part of the fun. And like I don't know, I saw people theorizing that it's because they didn't want Evil as part of the lineage, and it's sort of like, well, you only booked him a year ago. You clearly thought it was a good idea. You made your bed, now lie in it.
I'm sorry, but wiping the entire lineage because Evil is your champion is bollocks. You look at the controversy around Brock Lesnar. That would have been the time to wipe the lineage if that was when you were going to be embarrassed.
And it's not like other companies haven't made bad decisions. I mean, Akibono held the Triple Crown.
Exactly. There have been some awful champions in history. Look at what WWE are putting their championship through. Fucking Jinder Mahal.
I think WWE don't advertise the lineage, but they keep it. Like they don't reset the belt.
And it's fascinating. That's why wrestling is so captivating, because you've got the history. I mean, this is mental to me, and we will get onto the wheel in a moment. This is what's fascinating to me now. Tanahashi has not held that belt.
Nope.
Tanahashi, I know that Okada is obviously in the picture, but Tanahashi, the greatest wrestler, potentially in New Japan ever, potentially, he's certainly top 3, has not held that top belt. Inoki has not held this belt. Hashimoto has not held this belt. Choshu, Muto. I'm sure Muto will come back and hold it at some point, but
it's just what he does nowadays.
I find that baffling. A new title design, fine. Occasionally you hit a dud with a title design. That's not what people are finding so egregious. It's not even getting rid of the IC belt. I don't mind getting rid of the IC belt. The IC belt's been gone for a year. I don't care.
The IC belt, and it was functionally worthless for a year and a half before then anyway.
Exactly.
Because they were just waiting to... Like, I think it's one of those things where New Japan fans are getting mad at small things, so they don't need to acknowledge that the company's shit now.
The US Championship in New Japan has more of a lineage than their top belt, which is just ridiculous.
That's absolutely ridiculous. New Japan's a bad company who hates their belts and enjoys booking storylines where women get assaulted by their husbands.
Let's move on to the wheel then, because a lot of that's not what I agree with, but there we are. Anyway, let's get on to our wheel. So again, 15 matches are on this vetted thing, and we're going to pick 2 matches, or the wheel is going to pick 2 matches. As you can see, we have got matches from all over the globe and all over the promotion map. I'm not going to bother asking Chris because we all know what he wants to come up on this wheel.
But if the one I want doesn't come up, I'd also accept Arisa Hoshiki versus Jungle Kiona.
I would accept that. Garth, what would you like to see come up? What are you feeling today in your Garth Jackson bones?
I'd like to see some Steven Regal.
Ooh, retro versus Ultimo Dragon, Slamboree 97. Oh, I'm feeling you there, buddy. Yeah, that would be a good one. Anything else, or are you just feeling some Regal?
Chamber of Horrors.
Oh, imagine. Do you know what? I really hope that comes up. Anyway, let's get on with this, lads. Let's talk wrestling wheel. Off we go. First match. It's a little bit of trepidation, I'm not going to lie. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I was so close. We have got the Fatal 4-Way, the 4 Horsewomen Fatal 4-Way from NXT TakeOver Rival. Criminally, the only time still, to this day, 2021, that we've had the 4 Horsewomen 4-Way. How has this only happened in NXT? Fuck off, WWE. Unreal. So yeah, that's our first match anyway. So Bayley versus Sasha versus Charlotte versus Becky, NXT TakeOver Rival. Are we ready for our second match? Well, let's remove that. Becky versus... Where am I looking? Where are you, Becky? There we go. Bayley versus Sasha. Let's delete that so we don't end up watching that twice. Good as I'm sure the match is, I don't want to watch it twice. 14 left. Let's see what's going to be our second match for today. We have got... There we go. It's a Garth pick. Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle. SummerSlam 2001. Garth, why did you pick that match?
Because I haven't seen it in a very, very long time, and it always seems to be quite high up on people's lists, so I'm all over it.
Fair enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a what's the word I'm looking for? Regular. That's the word I'm looking for. Fucking hell, it's been a week already. It's Tuesday. If you are a regular listener of the podcast, you know that we are going to leave you for a second. We're going to do a cool little sound effect, and we are going to be back with our matches queued and ready to go. So, until that moment, we shall be back in just 2 seconds. And we are back. So if you want to load Peacock or NXT, or the WWE Network, not the NXT Network, that's not a thing. The WWE Network, find WWE NXT TakeOver Rival from 2015, February 11th. Skip to 1 hour, 4 minutes and 53 seconds. That will take you to the match. Unfortunately, WWE has this annoying thing where it does sometimes skip and show you the winner, which Garth has had happen to him. Sorry, Garth. Or to quote James Storm, sorry about your damn luck. But lads, if you're ready, shall we watch, again, the only time the four horsewomen have faced off? How? How is this a thing? Anyway, if you're both ready, in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, it's super face, Bailey!
Oh, so you're going to have a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man.
So, possibly unpopular opinion, Bailey, easily my favorite horsewoman.
I mean, yeah, if you don't look at, like, wrestling ability, I can see how you'd come to that
Oh,
conclusion.
you were going to say, yeah, if you don't look at the other 3.
The best part about her is these fucking wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men.
You just really wanted to say that, didn't you?
I love the gimmick.
What, you hate happy? You hate someone being happy?
like happy, slappy, fucking, nah.
Happy, slappy. Her whole gimmick when she first got in was she's a mark. Like, she kept asking for, like, oh, there's someone in there with fucking Newcastle brand top.
Oh, there's a Newcastle United fan in the fucking crowd.
Yeah. It's the mid to late 90s.
You know the hater shades? Those must be so hard to look through.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've never worn hater shades. I've never had the money to buy hater shades, but I'm sure they're pretty hard to see through.
I'm not sure I'm edgy enough to wear hater shades. I have a question. What is the point of the screen on the roof?
Because sometimes they would have a camera back far enough to see it.
But why is that playing stuff? That seems pointless.
You forget how long it took Becky Lynch to, like, find a niche?
Super Green Becky. To be fair, mate, they made a Morris dance. They made her fucking dance to the ring.
I remember seeing that and thinking, oh, so, like, we don't care about women down here in NXT either, do they? And then I saw Paige versus Anna, which, like, to that point was, like, the best women's match I'd ever seen because I was a child. Oh, so even someone with a Hogan's top in there, it's like ticking all the boxes for Garth, like Newcastle, Hogan.
I don't support Newcastle.
You don't support Newcastle, but you're from Newcastle. It's basically the same thing.
Mm-mm.
This is a low-key great fucking theme.
I've never understood the, like, person going, ah.
I've never heard the R, to be fair.
Like, who is that? Is that one of his dad's many... How would you describe it? I wouldn't say lovers. They're not around long enough to be considered that. Notches? That just sounds gross.
I still don't get the hate that Charlotte gets. Like,
it's because he got pushed so long.
It's not her fault, to be fair. She is really good. I think the problem
I would
is
understand it if she was shit, but
if you look at her booking, just look at the WrestleMania booking from 36.
I think it's the Roman Reigns thing.
Yeah.
It's the Roman Reigns effect.
But the problem is that WWE have a fantastic women's division, but they just seem so reticent to push other people. And when they do push people, like Mandy Rose, for example, they tried to push Mandy Rose, then realised that she couldn't fucking wrestle.
And then they think, oh, it's because it's all our other women who can't go, instead of because they don't know how pattern recognition works.
So they just go automatically for the four horsewomen, and obviously you've got no Becky at the moment. I think she's due back at Mania, you know. Someone said that she's going to be a surprise return. I'd be very, very surprised if she returns then. Very surprised.
So I'm just noting with someone in the crowd with a Buzz Lightyear top.
Legend.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Bailey's gonna hug you.
What a fucking shit chant that is.
Hey man, it's Phil Sale. We're like family.
Do we prefer Becky's grey and red attire or the green shamrock attire?
Green shamrock.
What, I'm not a fan of the weird wings that Becky's got on the back of her attire.
No,
they can't be anything. They can't be anything but a hindrance. Because at this point, Becky and Sasha were in cahoots.
They were. A good word, cahoots.
They were cahooting.
Cahooting. The verb to cahoot.
I spotted a Bullet Club shirt. It's over, lads. Pack up. I'm going home.
Bailey's recently done an interview. And it's quite a good interview, to be fair, about the business and things like that. It was while she was still champion. I think, fucking hell. And they asked about her relationship with Finn Balor. You know, everyone thought they were together in NXT.
Yeah.
They were like, are you and Finn Balor together? And she's like, no, he's married. He's quite... They had like a really open ceremony where everyone watched it. No, I'm not with Finn Balor. Would you get with Finn Balor? Fucking leave me alone. I've just split up with my boyfriend. Leave me the fuck alone. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
I mean, to be fair, the answer would be yes. Look at that man.
What?
Like, oofed. Oof. Finn Balor.
Sorry. I didn't know who we were talking. I thought you were talking about the man as in Becky.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Finn Balor.
Do you think Becky's better in ring than Bailey?
I'd say they're good at different things.
I think Becky is by far better at character work, and she's just... Jesus, that pump handle song is fucking... Jesus.
Because here's the thing, I'd argue Banks isn't a good wrestler, she's just good at flopping about.
I disagree.
Like, she's not a good wrestler, she's good at... She's not heel work, she's good at bumping. So if you notice, that's the thing, she's very sloppy, kind of in the same way Jericho is. Like, saying someone's a sloppy worker isn't automatically a bad thing, because Jericho's never been smooth. MVP's never been smooth.
Nice transition. Where's Charlotte?
Like,
I think
probably somewhere in...
Didn't she get run
Orlando.
into the ring apron? Pretty sure they shouldn't take her...
If the ring even broke, so she very clearly hit it very hard.
Yeah. Do you think that's like a video that the run to make it look like it's broken, but it isn't really?
Yeah. Because it will be on later in the night.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what you should do on that move. That is what you should do. Fucking move.
To be fair, these two had a really good match at the next takeover.
Which was unstoppable.
Like, really underrated. Yes. It's a really underrated match. Because immediately after the next two takeovers were the Sasha Bailey matches, which are seen as really good. And they are really good. I don't know why I said seen as, because I do think they're really good. I don't know why I said seen as.
I know that obviously Brooklyn gets all of the plaudits because it is a phenomenally good match, but the one after, it doesn't quite get the same amount of plaudits as the
Sasha
first one.
Banks made a child cry.
Was that Izzy?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Heel Bailey or face Bailey?
I didn't see much of heel Bailey because I wasn't watching SmackDown, so I couldn't give a fair answer.
After I've been this character for so long, I couldn't even take her seriously as a heel.
I think that's the thing. I think face Bailey had a shelf life and they outstayed that by way too long.
I don't think it was that, Chris. I think you're right. I think it did have a shelf life, but I think just main roster did not get it. They had a match. She had a match with Alexa Bliss. I think it's Extreme
Where she was
Rules.
Scared of a kendo stick.
She was scared of a kendo stick. That's not what the gimmick is in NXT. Spear. That's not the gimmick, and they didn't seem to know how to book it, and they randomly just don't know how to book people on the main roster in the way that gets them over in NXT. Oh my god, amazing!
Shasta machine, Jesus. A ticket to ride.
Oh my god, she's got such
a young Zach Gibson takes notes.
Good big boot, hasn't she, Charlotte? Second only to Rhea Ripley.
Well, yeah, because she's like tall.
Are we excited for Rhea Ripley versus Asuka at Mania?
It'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be good, yeah.
Honestly, I'm only excited for Mania because I'm going to be hanging out with you two and getting drunk, basically. That's the only thing that excites me.
Literally what I'm doing. I can't wait for Bad Bunny versus The Miz 4 weeks after The Miz was WWE champion.
I've handmade some raspberry vodka.
In preparation for Mania?
No, I just so happened to have been posted by vodka, not drank it, and had to justify the purchase. The timing kind of just lined up.
Oh, this is going to be contrived, isn't it? Oh, it was organic briefly. Oh my god, you treading Becky's head then.
A Sasha Banks spot being contrived, never.
1, 2. 1, 2. Is this the overly tanned NXT ref? It is, isn't it?
Is it the white supremacist one?
Is this the what?
The white supremacist one.
I was just going to say, is this the Nazi?
Mm-hmm.
The Nazi who goes out without a mask.
He is wearing an armband.
I'm sure he was going round to like shopping centres and stuff, telling people to stop wearing masks or something, or went to a rally and told people to stop wearing masks. And then there's been a massive COVID outbreak in NXT. Fucking bell top.
Tim, it's amazing to me because WWE continuously, like, with COVID, are continuously like, we've done nothing and we've ran out of options.
Where people are still getting it.
Sorry, still can't get over Bailey's gonna hug you as a fucking chant.
Bailey's gonna. It's been the best part of this match.
Oh my god! Frankensteiner!
That was brilliant. Really good.
We're not going to call it a Frankensteiner because Scott Steiner's still in TNA.
What, in 2010? In 2014, rather? No, he wasn't.
2014, he came back.
He came back in like
Bailey
2016.
1, 2, Becky, you dick.
Oh, look, the board's already back on. I thought it broke.
That nasty side of Bailey.
I don't.
That was organic. That was organic. That worked really, really well.
I'm not quite sure how much I like the LED boards all around the ring.
I don't mind them.
I know.
Oh my god, Jesus! Did a feet hit the ring? Did a feet hit the ropes?
How often does she just fuck up that? To be fair, I want to pick my words carefully with Sasha because fucking her fans are fucking vicious.
I like Sasha.
It's ridiculous.
I like Sasha.
No, I mean like her mega fans, like her stands. They're fucking. Is this the first time you've heard that expression?
Just in this context, yes.
Launcher.
I sometimes forget the age gap, and then it just gets brought right back. It's that, and I sometimes forget that you two don't know Scottish words. Like the double take Rob took when I said
know Scottish words.
I said, "What's this puss?" and Rob went on about it for like 5 minutes.
Oh, you'll enjoy this, Chris, by the way. When I went downstairs to get a cup of tea in between recording, obviously my girlfriend came downstairs and I'd left the door open, and in my headphones she could hear both of you. And she was like, "So, I thought you said Chris and Garth were from Newcastle in Scotland." I was like, "They are." She was like, "Well, one of them doesn't have an accent." Guess who she was talking about? I was like, it's weird because he's super touchy about it as well.
Fuck you. It's weird. I've never spoken directly to your girlfriend, but I've had 3 sort of interactions. One where she walked in on the Stardom cast. One, that one right there. And one where I said I was enjoying the new 1975 album, and then for some reason you told her, and then she had a meme about it, and then you sent a screenshot of her sending the meme.
I can't remember that.
I did because it hurt, because the meme personally attacked me.
Don't like the 1975 then. They're shit.
I love them. Fuck you. They're great. Even Garth likes them now.
Who?
The 1975.
German!
I wouldn't say I like them, but there's a song or two that's alright. But that's only because it's blatantly ripping off
other better bands. Oh my god, a super Bailey to belly! 1,
Bailey
2.
Belly, still a wank move.
Oh no.
I think
1, 2.
I think that's one of the problems with her heel turn. She didn't even get a better moveset out of it.
Well, she didn't keep using the Bailey to belly, in fairness.
I think also a problem a lot of the Horsewomen have is that they don't have a good
Look at the
pinning
talk
finisher.
On Charlotte. Nobody sells the bank statement better than Charlotte does.
Well, yeah, because she's probably one of the most athletic people on the roster.
Nice.
Fucking hell. Can counter ribs, Jesus. It's called the bank statement, mate. For fuck's sake, crossface. Idiot. She's got a tap, surely. Tap out, Charlotte!
You know, it took me ages to realise, you know how Charlotte's, like, not cold?
Oh.
What? Just tap. For fuck's sake, that was a bit of a squib.
Oh.
That's
Right,
a Harry Potter
so we're not going to give Charlotte the victory with her finisher. We're going to do it off a roll-up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's not just me. That's a weak finish, right?
Oh, that's
Yep.
a very weak finish.
Huh.
Seeing that this is heralded as one of the greatest women's matches of all time still.
No.
This was never held up as one of the
No.
greatest women's
It's
matches
a
of all
good
time.
match. It's just the fact that it's the only one. Again, the only one between all four horsewomen, so...
Why does this one always come up though?
Because it's the only time we've ever. It's weird because I'm looking at Cage Match now. It's got 32 10 out of 10 ratings. Let's look at some of these delusional people.
I'm not saying it's a
Matt-
bad match, but it's nothing amazing.
It's not fitting of the only
go,
time that
so.
they face.
I suppose it's because of the time.
Here we go. From
TV
SMKBB.
Live. Oh.
From just 2019. The match that made Four Horsewomen. Little did we know how far they'd be able to take it beyond this. Really, one of the first times you were saying that women stole the show, and they'd continue throughout the year.
I suppose it is a different we
Stan.
used to it now.
That's true. That's true. And if you think about it, on the main roster, who have you really got? I mean, you've got Paige, AJ Lee. Well, no, not in 2015. AJ Lee's not there anymore. So you've got Paige and the Bellas. That's it.
Emma?
Emma's good. I mean, she's not
To be fair,
groundbreaking, though, is she?
They'd be on main roster like a few weeks after this.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Oh no, not Bailey. Although
Neither would Sasha. She's champion.
Yeah, but Sasha still
Oh no,
went
she
up
went
at
up
the
as
same time.
team. Oh, fucking team bad.
BAD.
Oh.
I'm looking at this card. It's actually a good card. You have Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze, which I remember being good. Baron Corbin versus Big Time Bill Dempsey.
Big time Bull Dempsey.
Blake and Murphy versus the Lucha Dragons. Which I'm sure was botchy but fun. Balor versus Adrian Neville, which I remember being very good. This. And then Owens versus Zayn.
Question is, lads, let's go to Garth first. I know what I'd give it, but out of 5, what would you give it?
I mean, it was a good match, and had good spots, and it had nice transitions and stuff. It just seemed that ending seemed to literally come out of absolutely nowhere. 3.5.
Okay. Chris, what about
3. It was fine. None special. Nothing I'd tell anyone to go have away for.
I'm literally going in between you. I'm going 3.25.
Ooh. Kink.
Rob Sandwich, lad. Sorry. I'm giving it 3.25. I think it was okay. I think if it was given more time, it would be better. But I don't know. There was something off, and I agree with Garth. It might be the fact that it went to 11 minutes. It might be the fact that the finish came from literally nowhere. I mean, there was other points to finish the match. I mean, sure, just a bank statement. Whilst looking at Bayley, surely that would have been the moment. Actually have her tap out whilst looking at Bayley to say, this is what I can do. Or literally pin her after Bayley's done all the work and she's thrown Bayley out of the ring. Surely that should have been the pin. Mm-hmm. That's a great moment. That's great heel work. That's great booking, but I don't know. It seemed to come from nowhere, but yeah, I think this averages out at about 3.25. Meltzer gave it 4. And again, it was...
What is he now?
Exactly. I think it is like a stepping stone to what the women would do. I think it did announce them on the scene. It was a good match, but I don't think it was a 10 out of 10 match, which some people on Cage Match are giving it, which is just ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on to our second match, going to SummerSlam 2001 from August 19, 2001. We are deep in the invasion, lads! We're going to the semi-main, not the main event, crucially not the main event, as we go for the WWE Championship match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kurt Angle. The main event, of course, being The Rock versus Booker T for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Actually, Sean Stasiak is on this card.
Is he Sean Stasiak or is he meat at this point?
No, not yet. I think this is the beginning of. I think this is the origins of meat.
the beginning, the moment of the genesis of meat. Is this pre-running into things or post-running into things?
While we're at it, what's everyone's favourite meat?
Huh?
I'm a lamb person. I quite like lamb.
I mean,
It's a straightforward question, lads.
Probably,
fuck
probably
asks that.
Probably mint because you can make it into a burger.
Mince is very versatile. I will give you that.
But my favourite mince-based meal would have to be mince and dumplings.
Mince and dumplings. Simple but effective. Stop it.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that Chris asked it or the fact that Garth thought about it and then vindicated his own answer by going, I think it's mince, because you can do lots of things with mince. You could do loads of stuff with mince.
This podcast is nothing
my God.
Varied and entertaining.
We found out people's favourite meat and we found out that Garth is
We haven't found out your favourite meat, Rob. What's your favourite meat?
Oh, I'm a chicken guy, me.
You're a chicken guy. That's so boring. You fucking basic bitch.
I've got to get these muscles somehow, haven't I? My non-existent muscles. Anyway, oh my God. What's your favourite meat? Fucking hell, Chris. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know we don't profess to be a professional podcast, but good grief.
It was a clean segue.
Just cut that out.
Don't cut that out. Don't you fucking dare.
Oh, between that and finding out that Garth's a bailiff, Jesus Christ.
I'm not a bailiff. Technically, I'm a debt collector.
I heard Repo Man is what I can hear that Garth
yeah,
is.
that's it. That was what I'm hoping for. I'm going on people's houses, like the Repo Man.
Do you go to work in a grey shirt with a weird tie mark up the middle?
I'm now just imagining you. I'm now just imagining you watching the Repo Man on telly as a kid, going, "Father,
Father."
Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up? The Repo Man.
Yeah. I want to be Barry Darso. Anyway, lads, if you skip to 1 hour, 50 minutes and 37 seconds, you'll have a lovely split screen of the invasion, which, of course, the WWE booked really, really, really well. And yeah, let's get on with it, guys. Kurt Angle versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, I'm on mute. We've had a lot of Kurt Angle on this recently. Have you realised?
I know.
It's great.
Because we all like him.
The wheel loves Kurt.
I am a fan of his singlet.
To be fair, you like America, and America likes you. That's a 1975 reference.
And here we go. I just love the fact that every single superstar had their own website.
And it would literally just we tried this when we did the way I watched Long Rob. It just redirects you to the WWE website. I wonder what happens when you put chrisbenoit.com.
Oh, I wouldn't try.
Well, if you go on like the Internet Archive, it'll probably have an archive version of those websites. Do you know you can do that?
Oh, I forgot Paul Heyman was on commentary because Jerry Lawler threw his toys out of his pram. Oh my god, it's the remix of Austin's theme. Is it the Disturbed version?
It's not the Disturbed version. No, the Disturbed version was before this. So that didn't live long enough because it was great.
Oh yeah, the most nonsensical defection to WCW ever, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, no, because he was stunning Steve. WCW, wasn't he?
He'd been massively mistreated. Yeah, I was just going to say, it made no sense.
He cut promos about it in the 90s.
Yeah. See, this is how you start a match.
Literally throwing the championship up in the air.
Throw the championship aside, let's just fucking do it.
I like the thought of like Garth watching a Japanese match and starting with like this technical game of chess, and he's just there going, "Where's the punches?"
Just beat the shit out of each other.
Just fucking smash each other.
Hammer him.
Alright.
The KG veteran. you can tell what era of Stone Cold you're looking at based on how many knee braces he's wearing.
I was going to say,
It's mental that he was going for another 2 years after this. Oh, match is actually started. Spear!
Oh yeah, because he wrestled at
Austin.
WrestleMania 19, didn't he? Burn right there.
Doesn't
You know what,
make
like,
sense.
despite the fact having they had a perfectly acceptable WCW logo, but the WWF made their own just to be a dick.
that horrible sort of stretched one.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it?
Hot crowd.
I mean, like,
Are they chanting USA?
Of course, yeah.
Aren't they both from the USA?
Bad people
Kurt
don't
Angle
come
is
from
the USA.
America, Rob. God, you're so anti-American. Oh, someone in the crowd loves their mum. Oh, no.
I still find it really bizarre that Angle is the face in this match.
I mean, he likes America, and America likes him.
Stop it.
Yeah, the meat conversation was fine, but don't you dare talk about America, Chris.
No, I was in 1970. To be fair, I could probably drop 1975 references in, and he probably just wouldn't pick up on it.
Simpler times, mate.
What, before the 1975? Is that where the decline of the world started? Like Brexit, Trump is all Matt Healy's fault.
All their fault.
All their fault. The world's problems you can track back to that diabolical band.
I think the problem is that kid is
A cunt?
both of his parents are obviously Geordies, and he's got like a horrible like, Manc accent.
A horrible Manc accent. Can you not please stop being mean to other parts of the North, Garth?
Listen. We're all in this together.
Apart from Manchester, apparently.
We support Man United.
I used to like High School Musical. Oh, we're just doing...
Did you hear Garth's
It's
anger then? What?
What are you doing?
How dare you?
To be fair, it's probably annoyed that I've seen the High School Musical trilogy, but not the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Titus O'Neill's set for the Warrior Award in the Hall of Fame this year. Good on him.
That's nice on him. I'm glad that he got recognition.
I'm glad he got recognition. I still think it should have been Shad Gaspard.
Shad Gaspard and JTE, it's crime time. Brooklyn. Sorry. I can't hear his name. I watched a Crime Time match recently for reasons that I can't quite fathom. And now every time I hear his name, I just hear it's Crime Time.
Why did Angle go there?
I've had 3 surgeries on my left knee. It's because me and Rob can't watch a Rey Mysterio match together anymore because we just take the piss out of it. It's like, oh no, my knee. That was a lovely suplex. Mealy mouth. What the fuck?
What?
You suck.
What is Stone Cold's ankle tattoo?
No idea.
It's the Chris O'Brien YouTube logo.
That's yellow.
Some free publicity, mate.
All
I
the way
don't
back
know what
in
his ankle
2001.
tattoo is, to be fair.
I'm trying to see
It's Texas.
Is it a rose?
It's Texas.
Oh, it's Texas. It is Texas.
Oh, it's Texas.
The state, not the Scottish band. Randy is a whore.
Imagine if it was the
Oh
band.
my god, what a fucking throwback that is. Texas.
Scotland's greatest export.
Better than the Proclaimers?
Well,
Scotland have more good bands than Newcastle. Shut the fuck up.
You had The View, who had one song.
you had Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah, true.
Las Vegas, they're also great. Biffy Clyro.
Shite.
What do you mean shite? Fuck
Th-
you.
They're not shite. Sorry, Garth.
They're not shite.
You know
I
how
think that-
you know
yeah.
how I don't like to side with Chris when parents are fighting, but you are
I
incorrect.
just cannot stand Biffy Clyro. I just don't get it.
To be fair, they're Rangers fans, but I try not to hold that against them.
The latest couple of albums have been shit.
I liked the one we did in like 20.
There's one song
16,
that's on the radio all the time still, and I still to this day think it's a fucking parody.
Is it
Or they're
Many of
just taking a
Horror?
piss. I don't know what it's called. It's like sounds like a I don't know. Sorry.
Joy, doom, doom, doom.
Is
I
it
know
Mountains?
you lie. Do, do, do.
Sounds like fucking Mumford and Sons or something.
It's not that new one, is it? Space.
Possibly. Shite.
Yeah, it is. It's not great.
But
Oh. Oof,
the
really.
latest effort, the efforts in the past year or so just haven't been up to snuff.
Oh, fuck hell.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
The turnbuckle.
Why did Angle keep hurting his neck? There you go.
Because of the painkillers. It's like, oh no, my neck, please, more painkillers.
He's like, it's fine, I can't feel it, it's alright. Just keep
No,
dropping
it's
us
like,
on it.
oh no, my neck. Please don't tell me you have to prescribe me more painkillers. Well, I guess if you're going to give them to me, I will eat them. Satan. Someone just has a sign there that says Satan. Okay,
Just Satan. Hashtag
I
Attitude
fucking
Era.
hate the 2000s.
Oh no, Attitude Era was fucking mint. Well,
At least the
not
fucking-
not all of it.
At least the fucking 90s had like Nirvana going for it. What did the early 2000s have?
Disturbed. Saliva. Limp Bizkit.
Oh, fuck those guys.
Are you talking about Saliva or Limp Bizkit?
Both, I imagine.
Both.
Nickelback.
Limp
can't
Bizkit,
hate-
honestly, man. Well, Limp Bizkit were more like late 90s, weren't they? Like,
Late 90s,
You
yeah.
can't hate-
2003. Was 2001 the album with Take a Look Around and My Way and shit on? Oh, look. Stone Cold
No
Tattoos,
idea.
Texas.
You can't be mad at Limp Bizkit. It's WWE's favorite band in the whole world.
wasn't every band their favourite band? Like Motorhead.
Every band that Jim Johnson gets. Someone just brought. Did they really just bring an American flag to SummerSlam? It's hard. Okay. Fucking hell.
Sure.
Ooh,
That was
nice.
an out of nowhere stunner.
Stunner!
I love those
Stunner!
like falling, like not perfect stunners.
Yeah, the exhaustion stunner.
Yeah,
Did someone grab his foot? Did the ref just slip there?
I don't know.
Oh, it is Earl Hebner. Might be a
fucking
screw
hate
job.
Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner's like even outside of the screw job, is just a bad ref, and I hate him.
Is this all because he can't quite work out how to use Twitter? Is that what it is? Stunner
Oh
again!
no, that's actually one point in his
I
favour.
love how you could buy the Stone Cold like middle finger foam hands.
That's amazing, yeah.
Like kids could buy them.
I
Well,
think
to
my
be fair,
favourite
that's
one was
pathetic.
it was the
I mean,
Razor
screw you,
Ramon
kid.
foam razor. That was even
Yeah.
better because they just look like cheese slices. It's like you were holding some Edam.
You guys, that's bad as when we try to sell Ask a Mask for $20, and it's like that's shit you get at a pound shop.
I had the
It's just like the
I had
white
the
mask.
Undertaker purple casket foam hand thing, and I left
had
it on
an
the
off-
metro. I'm absolutely devastated.
I had an off-brand Rey Mysterio mask, and it was one of my prized possessions.
There is a sign there that says, "For man love, call." What the fuck?
Did you happen to note down the number?
I didn't, I'm afraid. Oh, San
Aw.
Jose Sharks fan in the front row. One of their only fans, I
Yes.
imagine.
Yes, sports.
They haven't been going that long at this point, to be fair. 2000, I think they've been going 4 years at that point.
Yes, sports. How about that local sports team?
How about that local sports team?
Like, I'm a
Getting
short,
myself
so it's a bit like my dad.
I'm not going to lie, Steve. You literally had... All you had to do was move past Hebner.
He's not a big lad, is he?
Not in the
Is
slightest.
this like no DQ or anything? Because he's not.
Oh,
even
no,
counting
no.
them.
Not at all. Not at all. It's just a
Is
title
referee
match.
discretion?
Pretty
You know,
sure
like,
they
you don't
should have
know,
been
ref.
counted out by this point, though.
You're not counting. You're not counting. This is reprehensible. I like how Jerry didn't even like wear a suit or anything, just like in a baseball top.
That's Paul Heyman, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, Lawler ran out of the company, didn't he, in a bitch fit because
Oh,
he
right.
fired his wife, and then his wife split up with him, which isn't funny. That's not. I'm not laughing at divorce. That's not funny. I'm just laughing at the fact that Lawler did the honourable thing. Fucking look at the state of Angle, and then his wife left him.
To be fair, she was a bit old for him.
Yeah, how'd you hit 30?
Allegedly.
Look at Kurt's face. Jesus Christ.
God, he's redder than
Go on, make a horrible.
Russia
Make a horrible.
Russia.
He's redder than
19
Russia.
in 1945. Not because of the communism, because of the Battle of Stalingrad.
History references. We got him.
Meat references.
Bailiffs. We've got them.
I can't believe your favourite meat's chicken. That's so weak.
Why? Think of the things that you can do with chicken.
Yeah, but like, it's such a basic bitch answer. It's like saying your favourite movie's like Star Wars or something. It's like, try other meat.
Nobody says their favourite film is Star Wars. For a start, if you are a Star Wars fan, you actually come out with the actual film, not just the franchise.
Well, the first movie's just called Star Wars.
True. Hacked on New Hope at the end, didn't they?
Oh. Into the crowd. Yeah, I'm just going to put this out there. They have been outside for at least 6 minutes.
That guy there has a.
Which
it's
means
called
they
Larry.
should have been counted out.
Someone has an AMD graphics card signed.
Yes, they do. Oh, Larry's in the back. Go on, Larry, lad.
Oh, Larry. Larry.
Someone's just throwing drink on him. Kurt Angle is bleeding buckets, and someone's just throwing a pint on him. Fuck you,
Apparently-
babyface.
Beer must be really sticky. Like, because sweat surely makes up. I don't know if you two guys have ever had like a beer for a night where, you know, like people throw beer up at a gig.
Yes.
Like, sweat somehow makes it worse.
Well, we went to go and see Blink-182 in Birmingham, and
My
my mate was being an absolute fucking bellend the entire time. And then, so she was laughing at people getting covered in beer, and then a cup hit her in the back of the head. And absolutely drenched her, somehow missed the rest of us, drenched her, and I can tell you now, it was not piss. Yeah, sorry, it was not beer. It was piss.
Oh, that happened to me once when I was at the fucking Barrowlands.
That
because
doesn't surprise me, the Barrowlands, to be fair.
Have you two ever been to the Barrowlands?
I've heard rumours of the Barrowlands.
I've been.
So
shit's
Garth
living there.
knows. It's because their toilets aren't on the same floor as it's. You have to go downstairs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So most people just piss in the cup and throw it.
It's like if you go to any Oasis gig, it used to be like that. Like, 'cause it
Yeah,
was
but to
all-
be fair,
all the
like the
toilets.
Battlelands is still my favorite venue. Like I fucking love the Battlelands.
Have you seen what they've done? Someone's done a mural on the side.
Oh, Barbara's.
Yeah,
With Lashley and McIntyre.
yeah, that looks cool. I saw.
We-
I saw.
We don't get a lot of
Shed 7
recognition. We don't
and
get a lot of
the music.
recognition on the world stage here in Scotland, so we kind of just take whatever we get. Like
Nah,
there's people I know who have Braveheart posters, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Just living
Really?
that stereotype.
Oh, I get so mad every time when we made Drew fucking Braveheart. I'm like, can you not draw on anything else from Scottish history, like at all?
Rob C. Nesbitt.
I was not prepared for those words.
Just have him come out in like a string vest.
Just have Texas play Drew McIntyre to the ring.
That's it. Like Drew as like one of the top boys should be given one of his Scottish bands a bit rub of the green and say, look, do my new song.
Rub of the green.
Players down to the ring, boys,
Jesus Christ.
and it'll be Delamitri. Don't come home too soon.
I'm trying to think of a really shit Scottish singer-songwriter they could use for comical effect. Lewis Capaldi. There we go.
Who's that? What you call him? Fucking thingy cinnamon guy.
Oh, Jerry Cinnamon.
Jerry
you
Cinnamon.
You hate Jerry Cinnamon much more than most people do.
I don't hate him. I don't really have any opinion on him, to be fair.
But every time you bring him up, it's like, oh, that fucking Jerry Cinnamon guy.
Just because I'm sick of fucking hearing about him.
But you've not heard his music. Oh, yeah,
I've heard a few songs.
Have you ever seen him live? Not you, Garth, obviously. Rob,
Say again, sorry?
have you ever seen him live?
No. He was in Stoke supporting the Cortinas, maybe? And I'm
Yeah,
not,
he did a tour for Cortinas.
I'm not a massive
I wouldn't support
Cortinas fan.
fucking Cortinas. I would say
Last
fuck-
thing,
Oh,
I've seen the Cortinas.
beautiful.
Cortinas were Transmit once, and they were like, you know that like 3 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, like the 4 or 5 o'clock spot. And
Oh,
like, it's a
Jesus.
nice spot for them, but at the same time, I was sitting there watching them, just waiting for them to play the one song everyone knows.
Not 19 forever.
Everyone's
They're one
Yeah,
of the
like-
fucking it was one of the festivals I was watching, and they are one of the worst bands I've ever seen live. Like play music live, like they were sloppy as hell, and the songs were shite. Like the Cortinas, just another one of those bands. I just think, fucking hell, why are you?
follow 90 loaded 90 tribute band on Facebook.
Why?
Kings of Leon,
But
mate. Kings of Leon are just the most boring band to watch. They headlined Reading,
See,
and they were just...
they're one of the ones. Like I remember when they first sort of
boring.
came out and they had like a 70s rock vibe to them. Like a
Yes, the first couple of albums.
yeah, and then they just completely fucking did a 180 and just like he's like, what the fuck?
Sex is on Fire came out and they just changed, didn't they?
Oh, that was it. There was them and there was the Datsuns I used to listen to.
The Datsuns.
Early 2000 reference for you.
To be honest, if we've got any listeners left after that fucking meat conversation, they've turned off now.
Oh, like that.
Oh, I don't know if that
I don't know
worked.
what you have against.
Too.
I don't know what you have against Meat Discourse, Rob.
Meat Discourse. There's a band name for you.
That's a band that would have been doing wrestling songs in the 2000s.
WWE's favourite band in the whole world.
Meat Discourse. There's a guy in a cane mask that they've made themselves out of a V for Vendetta mask. It looks shit. And they're really proud of themselves. And I know it's a kid, but that is wank.
Because we haven't done anything to it but spray paint it red.
This is something you don't really see in wrestling anymore.
What? Sleeper
The
holds?
old 3 count.
Oh, you clearly haven't seen a Okada G1 match.
His hand definitely went down there. Just pointing that
I
out there.
did.
It definitely went down. Oh,
It's like when
Stone
people,
Cold.
like when
To be
people
fair,
like,
Okada does have a. Oh, apparently Bill is gay. That's nice to know.
when people are in like submission and they're banging the mat. Isn't that technically tapping out?
That is tapping out, yes. That is absolutely tapping out. Oh, Billy's gay again. I wonder if he's got the number of the guy with the man love sign.
I don't think Bill's in the building.
Oh. I love the idea of someone bringing in a sign just to abuse
That's
someone
a
that isn't
third
at the
stunner.
show.
ECW, extremely crappy wrestling.
Someone's got an ECW sign, but they've modified it to say extremely crappy wrestling.
Crappy wrestling. Because we were around back in '97 when King kept saying that.
Way to bury the finish. 3 stunners now kicked out of.
The last 2 angle matches we've watched, he's been bleeding a
He
lot.
loves it, man. He absolutely loves
Profusely.
He's a fucking blood slut.
Blood slut.
it. He's worse than bloody Dusty.
That's the B-side of Love Shack by Girls Aloud. Blood slut. Baby blood slut.
Oh,
Oh, that was surprising.
that was nice.
That was surprisingly
Lovely.
clean.
What a transition.
Twins on TV, apparently.
Oh, so he's counting them now.
The fuck is this bollocks?
Sweet. Oh, 1, 2, 2.
Oh,
Sweet.
Oh. Nice.
not having it.
No, ma. I'm just reading the move. Let the bodies hit the floor, clearly in
Oh, God.
ECW.
No dice, brother.
In a drowning pool.
Bodies hit the boom, 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 floor.
That was on one of the games, and it always reminds us of the game. I can't remember which one it was.
Fuck you.
L took like as much screen time as he possibly could there, didn't he?
Look at the smile on Austin's face.
It's like what? Oh, nice. It's like when someone gets shot in like a show and they're trying to sort of make the death last as long as possible.
It's like,
It's the Alan Rickman. It's Alan Rickman in it. Oh, second referee. Is it the Nazi? 2. And
No.
Austin kicks out. What the
Are we going to
fuck
ask
is
this
this
every time we
finished?
see a? Are we going to ask this every time we see a referee? Like, if we have a New Japan match, Red Shoes comes out. Oh, is it the Nazi?
The tan Nazi.
Oh, how is he not qualified?
Oh my god,
Is this
seriously.
no DQ?
What are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you... What the fuck is this?
See, like,
finish?
at the time, this was like genuinely exciting because like there was nobody to stop Stone Cold.
It's running rampant.
Oh, he's a psychotic son of a bitch.
So literally, the story is here that Austin is going to do whatever it takes to keep the
He
fucking belt.
nearly went over.
Fucking hell, ref.
Oh, what a bump!
Okay, now. See, this is why in PPW we have a bear. You're not
It's
fucking
gonna
about
come
with
out
Fair Bear.
Is it going to be
What do you mean, JR? There's no other fucking refs.
Oh, it's
no.
the WCW
Tell lie.
referee.
Who the fuck is this guy?
He's
What
from
a
WCW.
slide that was.
Oh, it's a fucking
he
screw
only
Hey. You hit the ground once.
But look, it says WCW on his waist. Not his waist, his chest. You can
Look
also
at
see his
that
nipples through that shirt.
WCW badge. It's fucking horrible, isn't it?
He's disqualified still. I can see why the WCW Championship headline now.
That's
So
Nick
Angle
Patrick.
gone-
Jesus, he's changed.
He has, hasn't he?
Is it who?
Nick Patrick.
The WCW ref. NWA
Oh, yeah.
ref. The one who takes some absolutely stellar bumps. What are you tapping out? You're the ref!
Break his damn leg.
Heyman break his damn ankle.
Meltzer adored this match.
I do like the story of that match, let's pause it there. I do like the story of that match that Austin couldn't beat Angle, so had to resort to literally beating everyone up so he could retain the title. I do like that as a story beat. And you saw Austin getting more and more animated as he couldn't put Angle away. It's a good match. I did like that. Garth, what about you?
I really enjoyed it. Again, just got a massive kick out of it when Austin just goes off on one and just chins literally anybody in his way. I don't know why, though. It just totally tickles us. I think it was really good. They both sort of went at it. They were blatantly outside the ring for half of the match. And it was a bit of a screwy finish, but kind of sort of played into the story with the whole invasion thing. So, I really enjoyed it. It was a good match.
Chris, what about you?
For reference, this match is much more adored than I thought it would be. It has a current total rating of 8.89 on Cage Match.
Mm.
A majority of people giving it 9 out of 10. 28 people of the 112 valid votes is 10 out of 10. And I think these people are delusional. It was fine. It was good. It's another one of those Angle performances where it's carried by his personality of his opponent, and the blood.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in terms of that sort of spectacle, it doesn't really touch this chain match. It was a lot of walking and brawling. There were moments of the match where like next to nothing were happening. I was having about as much fun scanning the crowd than I was watching the match. And I don't see the close to perfect score. I don't see the 4.5 that Meltzer gave it. Like, it was good. I enjoyed it, but it dragged. And also,
I agree.
The ending beat was good, but you went through one too many refs to get there.
Yeah. I think the third referee was like, you really should be throwing this out now. Rather than trying to stop Austin, just throw the fucking thing out. He's already laid out to your mates. Don't be a hero.
It's one of those things where it's fun when you're watching it, but as soon as you start thinking about it, it falls apart. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog of wrestling. And
what?
I froze and couldn't think of another movie. Because I don't know. I think a lot of the love of this is just because people are like, oh, the Attitude Era, I love it. Stone Cold, best wrestler ever, and it's all like, yeah, it's fine. And I get it was fine in the moment, but a lot of matches that were great in the moment also hold up years later, and this isn't one of them. If this was a movie, it would be Doctor Strangelove.
Big question then. Garth, what are you giving it?
I'm going to go 3 3/4.
Okay. Chris, what are you giving it?
3.
I agree with Garth. I think 3 3/4. I think it's a fun match. I don't want to think too much about it. It's unfortunately one of the better things about the invasion, which says more about the invasion than this match, to be perfectly honest. But ultimately, it was a fun Attitude Era match, and sometimes they're just good to watch. Sometimes you don't need wrestling psychology and things like that. You just need some bollocks, and that was good fun. Plus, we had Sign Watch as well, didn't we? So there's always that.
Wake up, sheeple.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Leave us a 5-star review and a comment. It really does help the exposure of the podcast. Check out the website, www.podmania.co.uk, for our podcast archives, match ratings, reviews, and all manner of good shit. Go and check out the Facebook page at PodMania Podcast. You can find the Twitter page at PodMania. You can talk to Garth on...
At the Garthberg.
You can talk to Chris on...
Tell me your favourite meat over at Chris Loves Pura.
The idea of you just having a plethora of people saying their favourite meat at you really makes me giggle. And you can talk to me at Real Rob Goodwin. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.
You've been listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at PodMania, Facebook at PodMania Podcasts, and YouTube and Instagram at Real PodMania. And check out the website, podmania.co.uk. Until next time, wrestling fans.